Hi, welcome back. I'm Claudia and today we're going to be assembling a shaker cake topper. This is a Blippi Shaker cake topper that I have on my Etsy, and I thought it'd be fun if I show you how I assemble the shaker part. I'm just going to jump right in and explain what I'm doing. I did want to mention that this cake topper has an LED light bulb at the center, so if you see that hole in the middle, that's where the LED light bulb is going to go. What I'm doing here is just putting together the inside of my cake topper. This is a construction themed topper, and I'm just adding everything that is going inside with the confetti. Everyone has a different way of assembling a shaker topper. This style is what I'm most comfortable with. And what I'm doing is adding double-sided tape to this circle cutout, and this is going to be used to add height to my cake topper. And what this does is it allows room for the confetti to move around because we're building up. So instead of just having a flat layer and not really having any room for the confetti to move around, I'm adding these circle cutouts and just stacking them with double-sided foam tape. You can buy this foam tape on Amazon, and if you go to my link tree, you can find my Amazon favorites and you'll see it linked on there. What we're going to do is just keep adding the foam tape to the other side of the circle cutout, and while I do that, I'm going to be answering some questions. I did get some questions on a questionnaire box that I did on Instagram, and I thought it would be fun if I answer them during this video. One of the questions that I got was, what type of sticks do you use on your cake toppers? The sticks that I use, they're acrylic stir sticks. I think they're made for coffee. I'm not quite sure, but they're flat and they have a little ball at the end. These are the style of cake topper sticks that I prefer because I like to stick them through straws. Some of you guys may know, who follow me on Instagram and TikTok, know that I love straws, paper straws, and I buy different colored straws, themed straws, so that I can pair them up with my cake toppers and just give it a little extra character. The next question I got is, what is your style? And I don't know, actually. I would say if I had to stick to one thing, I would make girly cake toppers. I know that's like a vague answer, but I would say girly, glitter, pinks, 3D. I love shakers. I love things that stand out. So I hope that answers your question. The next question I got was, how do you keep up and stay motivated crafting while being a mom? I would say that I still struggle with motivation. I'm not going to lie. Some days I get pretty down on myself and I don't do anything. Other days I'm very motivated and I just try my hardest to stay in the mindset of creating, of being hopeful and just trusting my journey. I know things aren't going to happen overnight, so I just have to accept it. And every day I just set a goal for myself when I wake up in the morning, whether it's mentally or write it down. I just set a goal for myself and I work on something little by little. I just work on my shop every single day. If you're wondering what I just did with that acetate is actually a clear film that is going to go on top of my confetti. And I cleaned it because the confetti tends to stick to the acetate because there's static on it. So I just cleaned it with the microfiber cloth and Windex, and that worked just fine. Now what I'm doing is adding hot glue to the outer part of my LED light, and I'm sticking it right to the back of my cake topper. Now that the LED light is on, I'm going to add the happy birthday sign that goes inside of the cake topper. Question that I got was, how can I grow my business account? I can't seem to grow my Instagram. That's a great question. In simple words, I would just say be consistent. Be consistent in your posting, show up and post on your social medias, and it will grow. The more you post, the more you show up, the more followers you will get. Back to my cake topper, what I'm doing here is adding the confetti. What I use is confetti from the Dollar Tree. They have them in a pack of 3, and any chance I get, I stock up on them. They have pretty colors, and sometimes during the holidays, they will switch up their colors as well. Now what I'm going to do is take the film off of the foam tape and add the acetate right on top. Once you get it on top of there, press it down firmly. That confetti is not going to go anywhere. And look at how beautiful that looks. Now, the next question that I got, how did you get into making cake toppers? And honestly, I just watched a bunch of paper crafters before I got my Cricut. I always loved the way that they made things seem so easy, but I became obsessed with researching on YouTube and following other gals on Instagram, watching them live, and I just tried it out and I fell in love with it. Now that the shaker part is done and the LED light bulb is on there as well, I will be adding the top layer of the cake topper, and I'm using the Beacon's poster board or foam board glue, and you can find this at Dollar Tree. Now I'm just going to add all of the little pieces that go on top of the cake topper, like the age, the name, Blippi, the balloons, and just piece it all together and bring it to life. While I do that, I am going to read another question. But if you have a specific question for me, go ahead and leave it in the comment box, and either I will answer you in the comments or I will answer it in my next video. The next question, how do you go about handling the financial side of a small business? And that's a very good question. I do everything myself. I'm still fairly small. No, I'm very small still as far as a small business. And I still do things kind of old school. I save all my receipts. I balance things out on a spreadsheet. I use a credit union checking account that is no longer a personal account, and I use that for my business. I make sure to pay all of my packaging, all of my cardstock, anything that I use for my business, I pay with this account. I pay all my subscriptions with this account, and this is how I do things. I'm sure QuickBooks and other financial softwares would make things easier for me, but for now, this is manageable for me, so I just do it myself. I'm sure once I grow and things, get bigger, I will then look at other options, but for now, I just try to stay organized and make note of everything. Trust me, it's not always perfect, and sometimes it's very messy and I feel overwhelmed, but I just try to do my best. And at the end of the year, we go to a CPA and they do our taxes for us. I always ask them questions and they always give me tips on how to do better the next year. Now what I'm doing here is adding the last few pieces of my cake topper. I will be adding the acrylic stick to my straw and adding that to the back part of my cake topper. I did notice that for some reason my video cut off and I didn't show how I add the back layer of my cake topper. I normally add a black or white back part to my cake topper so that you can't see the acrylic stick or the straw, and then I add a sticker of my logo to the back part of my cake topper. So unfortunately that was cut off, but I will be mindful of it and try to add it in my next video. But this concludes my video, and this was a lot of fun. I actually am trying out different videos, style of videos. I'm not sure what style I want to go with just yet, so I'm going to be experimenting with a few styles. This voiceover was kind of cool. I don't know. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it in the comments below. And if you have any suggestions of what type of videos you'd like to see, go ahead and leave those in the comment box also. Please feel free to subscribe, like my video, and if you feel it in your heart to share my video, I would be so happy and so grateful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.